Hi, Bob Scott here in the studio with Jerry Baker. Now, Jerry, I just saw you working on a pair of gloves in a way that I've never seen before. You just destroyed a perfectly good pair of gloves. What are you doing?
No, I did not. I improved a perfectly useless pair of gloves
You
for
took
gardening.
the scissors and you cut the fingers right off of them.
That's right. First of all, when you're digging and you're pruning, you don't want blisters all over your hands, so you wear gloves.
Okay.
But then you've got a lot of things to do. You got to take caps off of things. You got to pinch flowers and everything, so you take the fingers out of them. So that's why I do it. And also, when you get the gloves, get these ones that have got rubber or gooey on both sides, and get them where you can put them on either hand. And by the way, you do not necessarily have to cut the little finger out, because, but you know, you have it covered up because you don't use your little finger for anything, and your little finger gets cold first. And on top of that, what use your little finger for, you're not supposed to, at any rate. But it's necessary. So always
you
have
indeed have made a perfectly good pair of gloves better. All right,
I have improved
I get it.
them, right.
Just like you take common household ingredients and make that lawn and garden better.
You know, when we say common household ingredients, really, they're more than just common household ingredients. They're natural methods. You know, what you do is you use what's compatible to the environment, what it can ingest and digest and doesn't make it sick. That's what we're really talking about, is becoming a friend of nature. The word organic means one word. It means carbon, and it's oftentimes misused, Bob, more than anything.
And that's exactly something that one viewer has asked. The organic way to lower the pH level. This comes from WCNY in Schenectady.
Well, actually, when you talk about the organic way, you're talking about natural. But again, it's back to lime. Lime reduces the pH factor, and vinegar increases the pH factor. So you use pelletized lime. I use pelletized lime because it's easier to spread in my whirly spreader. That's natural. Limestone comes right out of the ground. You can't get any more natural than that.
I guess so. Now, we've got something pretty natural right here in front of us. I guess we're going to use this a bit later.
Yes,
we're going to do a lawn demo.
Yes, with sod.
Okay, great. Well, in the meantime, John in Texas writes, his holly bushes have residue from the oil fields. How can he wash that off?
Boy, the easiest thing in the world is either use just ordinary shampoo, or baby shampoo is even easier, and if you touch it with just a little bit of ammonia. So it's a teaspoon of each to the quart, a tablespoon to the gallon, or a cup to 20 gallons. Not only does it take care of that in the oil fields of Texas, but those of you folks who live along the Gulf Coast, salt spray coming in, or wherever you live with salt spray, same thing.
Now, we've got a question. Carol Sinnock from Manitoba. We love our Canadian viewers out there. How do you get the lawn to grow after the dog has used it for those very important personal purposes?
Well, first of all, having 9 dogs in the family, because that's what Shirley and I have, Catan de Tuileries. One of the things are, again, we go back to lime. We go back to lime and gypsum, and it's equal parts. Put the spreader on a 3 and use that.
And their equal part with a pledge is going to make it happen for us today.
You betcha it will.
This Jerry Baker Gardening Marathon is being seen all over the country, just like PBS stations are all over the country, serving people in every single area with quality programming. We're hoping that you'll enjoy the programs enough to call in your important pledge of support. That's the nutrient that keeps us alive on public television. When you, the viewers, call this station and pledge generously at the $75 level, or the $100 level, or the $200 level to get 2 of those combos that I'll show you in a bit, your dollars go to buy and produce more programs. And then the seasons ahead will be filled with a whole assortment of how-to programs, theater, drama, cultural affairs, public affairs, children's programs, and the like. Only on PBS do you have the variety that is ever present in your landscape and garden. And that variety is so abundant when you participate as an active viewer. This is not the time to be complacent and to sit back. This is the time to speak up for public television. Because when the number is right here on the bottom of your screen, when it's as easy as ever to call our volunteers and make a pledge, that's when you should take the action. Just like when you're looking at your lawn and your garden, you say, I think it needs watering, I'll do it the next day or the next day. It won't flourish, it won't grow without your attention right then and there. And that's what we're asking you to do. So call in, and if that $100 level is right for you, the combo is a great way to get all the gardening information.
If you love gardening, Jerry Baker's Year-Round Garden Magic Kit is your step-by-step, season-by-season personal growing guide. Show your support to public television with your pledge of $75 and receive this amazing kit, which includes an hour-long audio cassette tape with Jerry coaching you through lawn and garden chores, plus Jerry's Year-Round Garden Magic Workbook and the handy all-weather garden secrets chart. Using common household products, you'll know exactly what to do to enjoy your garden in a greener, cleaner environment. Remember, you can charge your pledge on a credit card, so call this station and receive your personal year-round garden magic kit by America's master gardener, Jerry Baker, for a pledge of $75. Public television will grow even more with your support.
Jerry, before we start this demo with the lawns, do you have a website? Because a lot of our viewers are on the internet.
www.jerrybaker.com. Now that's difficult, isn't it? That's a great formula to remember.
It is a great formula, just like all of these great formulas that you're
Right
telling
here.
us about today. And all
Oh,
of them.
yes. And I want you to, please, folks, a $100 pledge to this television station will ensure that you get all of the how-to programming that you could possibly want if you make the pledge. But one of the things are, by making that pledge, I'm going to make it, give you a chance to get on the Garden Line series. And they're 8 32-page books, and they are jam-packed full of the tonics that you need for that particular part of the garden. Also, the audio tape that I sat down and did, that's you and I walking through your yard and your garden, or we're driving to work, or we're driving home, or we're taking the kids
That's
to do
right.
things. That's there. And then on top, when you use your Vista or MasterCard, you're going to get the On the Garden Line newsletter. It's a 24-pager. It's a 24-pager. I'm sorry, 24-pager that has all the tips, tricks, and tonics, but it has the 10 top tonics. So make that call, make that pledge, and watch me and call all at the same time.
And I'll tell you, my personal favorite is Year-Round Garden Magic. I love the cassette. I plug it into the Walkman. I head out to the garden. You're right there with me every step of the way, so I can't goof up.
I'm working on a magic pill you can take, and you move with your nose, and the work will get done.
Well, in the meantime, Eileen from KCPT writes, how does she get rid of moles and mosquitoes?
Well, you got two different problems. The moles you get rid of by getting rid of their source of food, which is the same way with skunks that we've heard before, and that's to use the chemical called Merit. It's available in many of the soil insect controls. The one that's the most obvious is a thing called Grub-X. You use it once, and it would last a year. The next thing is to use the tonic, and that's the Varmint Tonic, and that's using 8 ounces of Murphy's oil soap, 4 ounces of castor oil, 5 ounces of the hottest sauce you can get, and by the way, you can get them up to 300,000 BTUs or whatever.
That's the way I like it.
Yeah, and one tablespoon of alum and 1 shot glass of urine. Look for a drunk with a hangover. Mix all that together. 1 cup to 20 gallons. Spray the ground. It'll go down. Get onto the mole. He hates it.
Everything that you've mentioned, I can find around the house.
That's true. But that's this whole thing. The simplicity of the whole thing. We complicate things, and we don't have to complicate things.
Now, what are we going to do about this piece of sod
Well,
here?
you know, sodding, the best time to sod is in the fall of the year. It's kind of difficult for people to pick that up. They say, well, winter's coming in some parts of the country, folks. No matter where you live, whether it's down in Florida where I'm living now, or whether it's up where I lived in Michigan, or any place else, fall of the year, best time to do it. First of all, make sure that the sod is healthy and green. And on the underneath part of the soil, what I want you to do is I want to make a mixture. I want 1 cup of fish emulsion. I want half a cup of lemon-scented ammonia. I want 1/4 of a cup of either children's shampoo or regular shampoo. And I want 1/4 cup of molasses. Mix it all together. Put it into your hose end sprayer that's been filled with warm water. Underspray, put it down, overspray, and then get out because you're going to have green grass. Call this station and pledge.
I've got the VHS of year-round lawn care right here, And this can be yours for a pledge of $60. It'll go a long way to keeping your lawn as green as can be. Year-round lawn care is all the information that Jerry is imparting in the program. And by the way, we're going to go back to part 2 of year-round lawn care in just a few moments. But you've got the time and you've